Yeah, yeah, definitely. Let's bring it back to killing monsters and bad guys and having some wine and women.
Yeah, that's
Nothing wrong with
pretty
that.
much Conan in a nutshell, right? It's,
Yeah,
uh, and
yeah, it's great.
he enjoys life. There's this sense of just this passion for life. So you can see why Conan would appeal to a lot of people.
Yeah,
Especially anytime really, but in times when we are more civilized, when we are more. One of the concerns in the late 1800s, early 1900s, when our rights in the early 1900s, is this idea that some of the most successful families in the United States are worried that their kids are growing up too soft, because now they no longer go to the frontier and fight wars to gain extra land for the US. Now they are too nerdy, too intellectual, too this, too that. So in many ways, that's where the Conan archetype fits the bill. That is, like, he can very much master that more barbaric language in a way that the more bookish people will not. And of course,
oh, okay.
so that's something there. Now, the thing that's interesting about Conan, though, is that unlike the straight up barbarian, Conan is barbarian with an asterisk, because he had, for example, a certain code of honor that's very solid. That's not just go out and rape and loot and take what you can, barbarian style. There's a code of honor there. So while he's not above crossing the law in multiple occasions, he never crosses his own law. So there's never this sense of abusing ones who are weak, who are powerless, or taking advantage of women or things like that. There's usually that's part of what's interesting, is that there's this barbarian vibe, but with a sense of morality attached to it.
Yeah, it's like it's a little bit like the character of Dexter, because
Yeah,
he's a serial killer, but he's got that code, as he calls it.
yep, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. It's like Conan is sort of similar in that he's sort of almost an anti-hero, because he's
Yeah.
like going around killing people
Oh, yeah,
and stuff that the traditional heroic figure might not do.
sure.
um, but he's still, like you said, he's got that code of ethics